Hi, my name is Ben Bordiner, and making this video for a SpaceX internship application for the summer of 2014. And it asked to make a video that showcases something that you're proud of that was an innovative and challenging project. Um, Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot to show you, mostly because the stuff I did I wasn't allowed to keep. Sad. Yeah. What I can say is I had a 2-week internship at a place called Eckhart Effect Pigments. They're located in Painesville, Ohio. And there I went ahead and first day was just pretty much intros. Don't do this, don't do that. A lot of common sense stuff. Some stuff was actually surprising. Second day they handed me blueprints for their plant. It was a layout of all their airline systems. And they said, 2 of our buildings don't have airline systems. Why don't you go ahead and try to figure out where would be the best place to extend our current airlines so that those 2 buildings can get the correct systems and make it most cost effective. So I spent probably 2 or 3 days walking around the plant, doing all of that fun stuff, and I actually found out that the blueprints weren't up to date. So I had to draw in where the current airlines were and turn it into my supervisor. He signed off on it. But it was a 2-week internship that I did in high school, so 2 weeks, you don't get to see a whole lot. I don't actually know if they went through it, but I tried. Another thing they had me do was make a screen holder for 5-foot diameter screens that they use around the manufacturing plant. And essentially it was just your basic box. There's a couple slits here and there so that you could hold the screens vertically and just kind of like roll them into place. That looked good. That I did on CAD software, but they didn't let me take the CAD file. I had to give that to them, all copies. They even checked my flash drive. So didn't get to do that. Well, didn't get to keep that. Once again, 2-week internship. Didn't actually see if they went through it, but supervisor liked it. One of the things I can show you, which is I was on the homecoming committee for my fraternity, Phi Gamma Delta, or also known as Fiji, and on the committee, it was me plus another brother, and we had teamed up with 2 girls from a sorority. We had 1 month where we designed and budgeted a float, and then we had 1 week where we actually built the float. And what we did was our float's theme, well, the theme for homecoming, was Rocket to the Moon, Stars and Beyond, 90 Years of Excellence, and more. Since we are the University of Toledo and Toledo Rockets, and it's apparently our 90th year anniversary. So they decided that our theme was that, which means it was space themed, which I kind of liked because I've always been interested in space. Thought this was going to be like in my wheelhouse. I had some pretty interesting ideas I told the other 3 members. Some of them they didn't care for, others they did, but we realized, yeah, we can't do that in a week. So we went with something fairly basic, but we were proud of it, and it actually got us 4th place out of 12, so top 3, 33 percentile, I guess. So we were happy with it, and we were way under budget, so we were actually able to build the float, have sweatshirts plus t-shirts, and even hats for everyone. So we thought it was pretty cool. Our basic float was we just had a trailer that was pulled by a pickup truck, so it wasn't anything really too extravagant. Our budget was only like $2,000 or something like that. But what we did was we had skirts on all 4 sides of the trailer. That way, all the insides were hidden from people, and it looked pretty. We just had our letters, Fiji, and the sorority's letters, Alpha Z Delta, as you see in the picture. And we went ahead and we had on the backs. That was on the sides. On the back was our philanthropies that we were supporting for that semester. Fiji's being the Children's Miracle Network, which is the hot air balloon, and Alpha Z Delta being autism research, so they had the puzzle piece. And we had that. For the actual float, our homecoming game was against Eastern Michigan University Broncos, and we are the Toledo Rockets. Our mascot is Rocket, the Rocketeer, I think, astronaut, whatever you want to call him. We're not quite sure. I think he's an astronaut. We had him doing a stiff arm move, and he was pushing the Bronco. It was like he was running past the Bronco for a touchdown. We had letters on the Bronco, so people clearly knew it was not anything else. It was the Bronco. And so we had him stiff arming the Bronco running in for a touchdown. We had two aliens off to the side of the float making a U and a T with the arms, since we are UT. And we had a rocket, which was actually pretty cool because our rocket was 7 feet tall and our float was 5 feet tall. So we just meet our height requirement of 12 feet. And with our rocket, we had rockets going. Said rockets down on one side, and then on the other side it said Toledo. So we wanted everyone to see it, so we put a motor underneath it, and it actually had it spin. It didn't spin crazy fast. I think it was only set for maybe revolution every 10 seconds or something like that. It was fairly slow moving. But we had that, and then we decided, you know what, that's not enough, and we were under budget. So we had a fog machine. So that when the judges came around and when we were walking through our homecoming parade, we had somebody just casually hit a button and smoke came out from the bottom of the rocket as it was spinning. That way it looked like the rocket was on the launch pad and was right about to take off. And unfortunately, due to standards and requirements, couldn't do my idea of actually having a rocket take off because, yeah, fire hazards. Not fun when you're working with pretty much paper mache. So we scrapped that idea. So we just went with the fog machine. It's pretty cool. Our t-shirts, which I don't have to show you, it was just a yellow shirt. It said like hashtag homecoming 2013 VG Alpha C Delta on it. People liked them. So another thing we had are sweatshirts. They're full zip hoodies, and I actually have one right here. And on the front, it just shows fuzzy hashtag HC 2013 VG. It's just the sorority, our fraternity, homecoming 2013 in Twitter form, I guess. And on the back design was actually pretty cool. It didn't have much to do with this. And back just has a picture of our mascot, Rocky, flying past the moon, saying one small step for Rocky, one giant leap for Rocket Nation. And yeah, we thought they looked pretty good. Like I said, our float got 4th place, so wasn't really surprising, but that's probably one of the more challenging things, seeing we had a week to build it and a month to get the idea down for the float, design it, make sure it was practical, design sweatshirts, order the t-shirts, order the hats, and our hats were just basic baseball cap that said VG on it. So it was only given to the guys of our fraternity. But seeing how we only had a month to do all that, we only had a $2,000 budget. We did go slightly over because people wanted the t-shirts. Well, Shorty wanted the t-shirts, so people had, I think it was like $2 to get a shirt. That's how much over budget we were. $2 per t-shirt for anyone who wanted one, which is why I don't have one. But however, the hats and the sweatshirts were free. Alright, so I did get the picture uploaded, as you can obviously see, and just to point the stuff out, you can go ahead and see our VG and Alpha Z Delta on the one side skirt, and same thing was on the opposite side. On the back is our philanthropies. The Children's Miracle Network and Autism Speaks is their philanthropy, I remember it now. You see our mascot Rocky, who has the number 1. He's stiff arming the Bronco. He's stiff arming the head of the Bronco, but you can only see the backside because this is sadly the best picture I could find. You see the aliens, the green guys, or green things on the float. They are making a U and a T with their arms. You can see our rocket, says rockets, and it's about the same size as Rocky because it makes sense, only not really, but it is the same height. You're gonna have to trust me on the fact that it did actually spin and it did smoke. Fortunately, I don't have any videos of it doing that I can show you, and I don't have any pictures of it smoking or spinning, which is also quite sad. However, you can see people wearing their sweatshirts. You see the back parts. You see one guy wearing the hat. You can't really see that it says Fiji on the front, but I guarantee you it does. Again, you're going to have to trust me. But sadly, that's about the only thing I really show you due to the fact that I'm sitting in my college dorm right now and I don't have a whole lot with me. So this is the best I could come up with right now, and thanks for your time.